Brent Venables and Co have impressed on the recruiting trail since taking over at Oklahoma. Although the Sooners saw a handful of decommitments between the 2022 and 2023 classes, on short notice Venables was able to salvage the 2022 class and looks to be putting together a special class for the 2023 cycle. That 2023 cycle will be headlined by a special quarterback in Jackson Arnold, who has the potential to be a special player for the Sooners in the future. Jackson Arnold is from Denton, Texas, and plays at Geyer High School. When Arnold was a freshman, he was thrown into one of the toughest situations a young quarterback could be thrown into. During the state title game, starting quarterback and former four-star recruit Eli Stowers tore his PCL and meniscus in his left knee on the 7th play of the game. All Jackson thought was for Eli to get up. As Stowers laid on the ground and wasn't getting up, Jackson knew he had to get ready to go in. He was extremely nervous and things would not go their way. The Wildcats were shut out by Austin Westlake 24-0, and it was a sour start to Jackson's varsity career. One man thought differently though, and that was Geyer's current head coach Rodney Webb, who was in the stands for that game. Webb told Spectrum Local News, "I can just remember a young, big-eyed freshman kid with hair hanging down on his face. I remember in the moment of time, this was going to kill him or make him stronger, and it made him stronger." The tough situation for Arnold taught him how to play the game at a higher level. As a sophomore, Jackson was the second-string quarterback behind Stowers for the 2022 season. He finished the year throwing for 140 yards while also rushing for 227 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. Going into the 2021 season, Stowers was now in College Station, and it was finally time for Arnold to shine. He was not the nervous 15-year-old freshman anymore, and he was ready to be a star and leader for the Wildcats. He was a very different player, having put in a lot of work the previous few seasons. You see, Jackson is extremely competitive, and this bled into practice. Jackson competed and learned from a high-level college recruit every day his first 2 years of high school. This allowed him to develop into a special quarterback himself by the time it was his turn to take the reins. Jackson shined when Geyer took on heated rival Denton Ryan. Jackson threw the game-tying touchdown and the game-winning touchdown in overtime. In doing so, the Wildcats handed the Raiders their first regular season loss since 2014. Arnold led Geyer to the Texas 6A Division II state championship game, throwing for 3,921 yards, 34 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. He also rushed for 659 yards and 12 touchdowns on the ground. I want to just take a second to ask, if you are enjoying this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more college football content like this, and let me know your favorite college football tradition in the comments section below. As of now, according to 24/7 Sports Composite, Arnold is the 6th best quarterback and 36th best player in the 2023 recruiting cycle. He received over 25 different Division I offers from the likes of Alabama, Florida, LSU, Oklahoma, and Ohio State. Back in January, he decided to commit to Oklahoma, which was a major commitment secured for the Sooners. At one point, the Sooners had the top-rated recruiting class for the 2023 cycle and held a commitment from 5-star recruit Malachi Nelson. Then, Lincoln Riley would leave Oklahoma for USC. This led to a slew of decommitments and saw some players, like Nelson, follow Lincoln Riley to USC. When Brent Venables took over as head coach, the Sooners had to reset the 2023 board, and his staff began to attack the recruiting trail hard. It looked like Levy had settled on Arnold as the quarterback of choice for this cycle, and they secured his commitment. The Sooners needed to start their 2023 recruiting cycle with a bang, and that's exactly what they achieved with Arnold's commitment. Yahoo Sports writes, "Classes are way easier to build around when you have a quarterback to help you recruit. Players always flock to the quarterback because of the natural leadership position they are put in. Arnold is a Texas kid and could lend a major hand in helping some of the Sooners' targets who are from the state of Texas in hopping on board too." One of the reasons Arnold pulled the trigger on Oklahoma was because of the offensive coordinator, Jeff Lebby. Arnold told Sports Illustrated, "Lebby was one of my first offers, so I have been high on him since he was at Ole Miss back in almost March last year. I've kept a good connection with him, talking to him almost every week since then. Just built a great relationship. And once he went to Oklahoma, only 2.5 hours away, I knew it was the place to be. His offense, it's almost what we run at my high school. It's fast tempo, wide splits, all that stuff, RPOs. It's just fun to play in and highly effective at that level." He also developed a good relationship with head coach Brent Venables. Before Arnold begins his senior football season, he will focus on what could be his last year of baseball before turning his attention to competing at the Elite 11. During the Dallas Regional at the end of March, his arm strength and accuracy stood out when competing against Baylor commit Austin Novosad and Texas Tech commit Jake Strong. I think Jackson Arnold has the tools to be a special player at Oklahoma, and I can't wait to see him in Jeff Levy's offense. What do you think? Will Jackson Arnold be a future star for the Sooners? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more college football content, and check out one of my videos the algorithm knows you will love right here. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, remember to embrace the grind.